Hey guys, so I'm here with my friend Angie, and we were just having an in-car discussion about post-grad depression, and we had some really good points about like how a lot of people experience it. We're both college grads, and of course we both went to HBCUs, and we were just going over points about like how people are experiencing it, what people are going through, the reality of it, and we're just gonna have basically like an in-car conversation about post-grad depression. So I'm gonna go over my experience with post-grad depression. I experienced post-grad depression before I graduated, so it's kind of like pre-grad depression. I personally didn't experience post-grad depression, and I'll explain why. So for me, I started working my last semester in college. So I had a full-time job during my last semester, and I had started that job during the summer. So I experienced my depression during summer into fall. So I got into the realm of work life and working and everything during the summer and the fall. So I felt sad and stuff. Like I would be on my way to work, I'll be good and happy at work, and then I would start crying on my way home. I was just like, what is wrong with me? Why am I so sad? But it was more so, of course, those feelings of not being on campus anymore, not being around your friends anymore, not having time to go out, just not having the regular schedule of being on college, being on a college campus. And I think that plays a role into your, into your college and your post-grad depression. So, I don't know, you want to talk about your experience?
Yeah. So, like, I'm kind of similar in the term of, like, I didn't personally experience, like, actual, like, depression after I graduated, but I did go through, like, a very, like, high stress period after I graduated, and I guess it can be different for, like, different people, because, like, I know for me, like, I went straight into grad school, and so the particular field, yeah, like, we both went straight in.
We didn't take any breaks. We graduated and just went to grad school.
And so I guess, like, the workload that comes with grad school, like, it didn't result in depression for me, but it just resulted in, like, being, like, super, super stressed. And just kind of feeling like...
You didn't have a break.
Yeah, and just kind of feeling like, can I really do this? Like, did I, like, do too much? Like, should I have, like, taken some time off? Like, did I put too much on myself?
Daily thoughts.
Yeah. And it's like, I remember myself just going to class and, like, just saying, like, why am I here? Like, I don't understand, like, why I even put my application in. Like, this is just not gonna work. And I remember, like, and I didn't even plan on, like, sharing this part, but I feel like other people could relate to it. Like, I know for me, like, I'm at a point now where, like, I don't touch alcohol because during that stressful period, and this was just like a year ago, like 2018, August 2018, like between August 2018 and December 2018, like, because I was so stressed, like, I started to find myself like whenever I would go out, like, oh, like, let me get a drink here. Okay, like, I'm gonna drink here. And then, like, after, like, November, December, going into January, and I didn't even realize it. It actually took, like, another situation to, like, show it to me, but, like, I don't need to be having more than, like, a drink. Like, I don't really personally even like the taste of alcohol. But it was just kind of, like, I saw myself, like, kind of gravitating towards something because I was so, like, stressed out and not even, like, realizing that it was happening. Like, that I was just gravitating towards, like, a substance to try to deal with my stress. Like, let me know, like, okay, something's wrong. This is a lot, like, you know. And that's when I kind of had to make a decision, like, you know. And I feel like for different people, it can be different things. It's not always, like,
it's not always
alcohol. It could be, like, anything.
Like any substance or a person.
Yeah, a person, yeah, and I did that
toxic
too.
traits.
Yeah, gravitating towards the relationship. Like, stuff that I had already made up in my mind, like, you know, oh, I'm not focused on that. But sometimes when you're stressed, like, you can find yourself, like,
doing things
to try to deal
like
with it.
addictive behavior, or just doing things to deal with the pain or deal with the stress. And that plays a role in it too when you're going through those phases or high points of stress or things like that. So that is a really good point.
Yeah, because it can happen and you don't even realize, like,
you're in the middle
oh,
of it.
like, yeah, because it would be times when I would be chilling at, like, a friend's house, and they would have, like, a bottle of wine. I'm like, okay, like, let's have a glass of wine. Next thing you know, like, I'm like, oh, like, let's pour another glass. Oh, let's pour another glass. And my friend's like, for what? Why? And I'm like, no, go ahead, just pour it. Next thing you know, we crushed the entire bottle, and it's just like, why am I drinking a whole bottle of, like, for what? I don't even like the taste of alcohol like that, like, even with wine. The things that go on behind the scenes, like when people are trying to, like, build a life for themselves and be successful. Yeah. But it's so many things that take place behind the scenes that you really won't see people, like, posting about or putting on their LinkedIn or putting on their Instagram. Like, you normally see people like, oh, I just got this offer. Oh, I just got into this program. Yeah, you know, like, which are great things. Yeah.
Nobody's posting the L's that they took. Nobody's posting themselves down or depressed. Everybody's posting the good stuff. And I think that, like we said, plays a role into your stress or post-grad, pre-grad depression. And that is a really good point because, you know, for example, you could have a couple of declines for offers and you don't know how many led up to that point of you hitting a yes. Or you don't know if somebody's truly happy with their job. They may be like, oh, I make $80,000, $90,000 a year, but they hate their job. They're not telling nobody. So, like, those things are things that people don't talk about, and that's the reality of it. So it's okay if you don't have everything. It's okay if you don't have it all together. It's okay if you've had a couple declines for job offers. It's okay if you are, you know, just going through life. Like, life happens. Short on bills. Like, life happens. Nobody has a perfect life. Nobody's credit score is perfect. Some people may have an 850.
You preaching.
Some people may have an 850. But it probably took them a while to get to that 850.
And a lot of people don't.
A lot of people don't. So don't trip. But yeah, it's okay. And I think it definitely needs to be talked about more. Not only just like you just saying that you're depressed. You have to come in terms with how you feel. Like, you have to be not okay, like, with depression, but you have to realize and come into reality of what you're feeling. Like, you can't keep masking it and hiding your feelings and not talking about it. That's honestly how you go crazy and how you end up going down a spiral of depression, because you're not talking about it. You're not coming into terms of reality of what you feel. Why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like I made a mistake by going to grad school? Why do I feel like I made a mistake by buying a house? Why do I feel like I made a mistake of choosing my major or getting a degree in what I got the degree in? Like, you really do have to realize why you feel that way. That's the first step. And talk about it. Like, you have to talk about it. You have to help your friends, like, tell somebody what you're feeling. Like, you can't just be locked in the house and not say anything, even though it's hard. We know it's hard. Like, depression is serious. It's not something to play with. Like, everybody goes through it. That's probably the first step to, you know, come into the reality of it. Just making sure we're talking about it.
And also being careful and paying attention to, like, what you're saying to yourself, like, in your mind. Like, I feel like depression and stress can hit, like, anybody. But I feel like once you become, like, aware of it, like, and I'm not saying this makes it go away, but, like, being very conscious of, like, the thoughts that you think towards yourself, like, can really help in, like, controlling it. Like, you know, like, I know for me, like, in the mornings, like, as soon as I wake up, it's very easy for my mind to go on, like, a million places. And to start, like, thinking about stuff, and then when I'm taking a shower, I'm like, man, like, you know, and it's like, just try to make
it thinking like, dang, look at my life.
Or is it over? Like, what is going on? But, like, I've had to, like, learn, like, okay, like, let me be, like, aware of what I'm thinking. Like, specifically, like, about myself. Like, you know, okay, no, I may not be where I want to be, but I don't have to, like, think down on myself. Think that I'm a failure.
At the end of the day, everybody has accomplishments. Just because you didn't, you know, get a $90,000 job, or you don't have a new car, everybody has accomplishments. Everybody's story is different. Nobody knows what you came from.
That's a
what
really
you
good
been through.
point. Yeah.
Nobody has
Our paths are different.
Right. Nobody has walked a day in your shoes. Nobody can tell you what's a success and what's not. You have to know for yourself, in your mind and in your heart, how far you've come and what is success to you. Like, you have to know that for yourself. You can't keep letting social media and people define what's good and what's not. And I think that's definitely a good point, because we're out here thinking like, okay, you gotta be popping on the gram, you gotta have the nice body, you gotta have everything all together to be top tier popping. No, it doesn't work like that. We're all coming from different paths. Yes, some people may be more blessed than others. They may have everything in life at one time. Some people may have the house, the car, the job, the husband, the wifey, all by 24, but you don't know what their life is going to be like when they're 44. Mm-hmm. You may get all that stuff when you're 44 while you're struggling now. So you really have to think about everybody's journey is different. God has a plan. Like, everybody's journey is different, and I think that's what people don't realize, that God's timing is everything. That's what I would say.
And it's not gonna be the same for everybody, like you were saying. Like, I feel like sometimes, like, people may think like, oh, like, my life has to line up like to the level that this person's life is. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it doesn't work like that. And it's not even like that in reality, because you really don't know or see what it took to get to certain places. And if you would ask like anybody that has success, like, their story behind it, most times it comes with challenges and problems that you probably would not want to go through, that you probably would not want to do anything.
I was homeless.
Yeah. Broke, kind of filed bankruptcy.
Right. All those different types of things.
Family problems. Their family not supporting their dreams. They're the only person that's
stealing from them. They go with a business together. The person take the money. The person take their money.
You're supposed to be my partner. We supposed to be business partners.
Partnerships go down the drain.
And you gonna be in a
now they have a
what is it called? Soul provider.
No.
Contract. But it really be like that.
No, for real. But seriously,
that's
though,
life.
it really,
that's real life.
Right, it really happens that way. So, that's just the moral of the story. You have to come to the reality of success. You have to come to the reality of your story, of how you feel, your post grad depression, what you're feeling right now. You really have to come in terms with it and know that your journey is your own. Your timing is your timing. God has a plan. You may be going through the storm, tornado, hurricane right now.
No.
It may last for a couple years too.
Wow.
It may not last for a month or two. It could be a couple years. But it's going to be okay.
And it's important. Yeah, and it's important to like learn to be like content no matter like what phase you're in. Because it's like once you get to that next step of success, it's going to be a whole nother world full of problems. And so it's good to enjoy like where you're at, even when it feels like, oh dang, like nothing's going off, nothing's popping. Because when stuff does get popping, you can't see those problems ahead of time. And it's like stuff can be hitting you like from left and right. You like, wait a minute, this wasn't, Success doesn't necessarily equal happiness. Right, like, you can be happy without the $80,000 job. For real. Like, being happy is a choice. Like, you can make choices. Not saying happiness will get rid of your depression, because depression is its own thing. Yeah, and you know, it's ups and downs and it's a cycle. But it's like, don't think that like getting like the dream job or the dream car or whatever it is gonna supplement for your happiness, because you can get all that stuff. And for the first week, it can be like, oh wow, this is cool.
Got it.
Week number 2, you right back being sad again, thinking, oh, this is
them
it.
Car notes.
Yeah, you know.
And the maintenance on the car. Start paying the mortgage bills.
And nobody likes any of those things.
Student loans. Paying those student loans, it'll set in real quick. It'll set in, but yeah, we make some really good points. But I guess our takeaways from this would be: talk about it. Let your friends know you're feeling down. Tell somebody. Tell me.
so bad that you're going through it,
Right.
because like a whole bunch of us are going through it.
Yeah.
Like more people
We're
are
all-
dealing with this than you may think.
Right. So that was a great discussion about post-grad, pre-grad depression, and pretty much how we experienced it, our successes, our losses. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yep, and if you've ever gone through like post-grad depression or just like any of your experiences with dealing with life after graduation, just comment your thoughts and experiences below.
Yeah. Comment, like, subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. We want to know your thoughts. We want to know your experiences. Thank you so much, guys. See you next time.
See you.
Real Life Living Productions.